What's up, guys? It's Oliver coming back at you with another video. And I know it's been so long since I made a video, and I'm really sorry about that. But obviously, I started working, and it's night shifts, so that's kind of taking a lot out of me, and it's taking up a lot of my time. Basically, it's to the point where my days off, I basically spend catching up on being relaxed, taking showers and baths and stuff like that, and making sure that my muscles aren't dying in my back. And any other time, I get home from work, go to bed, get up, have dinner, hang out with my parents for a little bit because we're like really close, my parents and I. I'll hang out with my parents for a bit, maybe talk to my friends for a couple minutes, and then I go to work. And I work from 11 p.m. to 7:30 a.m. and then I do it all over again. So I haven't had much time whatsoever to make videos, to sit down and do stuff like this. And when I do have time, most of the time, I am not prepared to sit down and make a video. I have no content, I have no ideas, and I don't really have a spare moment to sit down and think, hey, what can I do for a YouTube video? So, I have nothing. I keep saying that. I say it all the time. I don't know what to talk about. So this is literally just me being like, hey, this is what my job is like. This is kind of an update on what my life is like right now, and hopefully I'll have some kind of idea of what to do later, because I do happen to have 4 days off coming up, which is kind of crazy because even though I was hired as a part-time worker, I've been working full-time shifts. So yeah. But this is going to be update, life update, trans-related update, other kinds of things like that. Just things I'm excited for, I guess, as well. I don't know. I really don't know. It is 2 in the morning. I'm filming this because I stay up every night now, all night. I don't go to bed until like 7 in the morning, at least. Most of the time I've been staying up until like 10 a.m. and then I go to bed around then, and then I wake up at like 6 to have dinner. So I'm pretty well getting my 8 hours of sleep, but sometimes I do get more because I'm just wiped. So I don't have much that I'm doing with my time, and I know I probably should be spending a lot of my time making YouTube videos, but like I said, I've been kind of drawing a blank lately. So this is me just kind of being like, hey guys, I'm not dead. I'm still around, and I do have some fairly exciting updates-ish to share. Some of it is related to like the trans stuff in general. So I've had some people, well, one of the biggest things is I just got it done today. I got my nose pierced, so it's just a little nostril piercing, and it's a bit red right now because, you know, I just got it done, and it's probably just gonna look irritated for a while. But I did get my nostril pierced. So in upcoming videos and stuff, if you notice that, you know, my nose is pierced, that's because I got it pierced. So I now have 3 piercings, which is helix, eyebrow, and a nostril. Yay. So that's basically the first life update. Second life update being work and how work is going, and it's going good. I'm actually really enjoying my time there. It seems like a really good job for me. I'm not 100% on like my proper lifting techniques and stuff, so my back is giving me a lot of trouble at this point. Just with all the bending over and picking up like boxes of items and stuff like that, and having to like lift it up on high shelves that are a bit higher than I can reach because I'm a short little boy. I'm really not. I'm like 5'6". I'm fairly tall. I'm taller than some of the people who work there, and I still feel very short when I'm trying to stock the top shelves. But anyways, yes, I stock shelves at a grocery store overnight. That's pretty much all I do. First round of the night is basically making sure that every case that was ordered gets placed in its proper aisle. And then on certain nights we do overstock, which is anything that didn't fit on the shelves before when it had been ordered was put onto a separate pallet or skid, and we basically just try putting it out again. And if it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit, it goes onto another overstock pallet, and if it fits, then that's great. So first portion of the night, we just put everything out onto the floor. We don't care about putting it up on the shelf just yet. We're just making sure that everything is in its proper aisle. Once everything's pretty well in its proper aisle, we count how many cases are in each aisle and divide up the work evenly based on how many cases we have and how many workers we have. So take the number of cases divided by the number of people, and then however many people, or whatever the number is, you assign aisles based on whatever adds up closest to that number for each person. So sometimes you get 2 really hefty aisles, and sometimes you get 4 really small aisles. So depends on the night, depends on the person who's managing that night, depends on a lot of stuff, really. So that's like the first portion of the night. And then the second portion of the night is taking everything from the cases and actually putting it onto the shelf. So obviously doing it properly means pulling all of the new product, or pulling all of the old product to the front, putting the new product in the back, and continuing on, technically. Some people like to do the last portion at the same time that they stock, but it takes a long time, so like I'm still trying to kind of figure out what my groove is and all of that, and like when I should be fixing the shelves and when I should just be like placing things on the shelves and moving on. So that's gonna take me a while to figure out, I think, and a lot of it also depends on what aisle you're in. So the department that I work in is just called grocery, so it doesn't include the produce section, it doesn't include clothing, homeware, health and beauty type products, it doesn't include the like natural items, so all of the like gluten-free, whatever, all of the natural value type aisles we don't do, and we don't do any of the like bakery, seafood, meats, like those are completely separate. One of the only things that we also technically cover are freezers and dairy, but you have to be trained specifically to work in those areas, so I don't have that training. I don't know if I'm going to get that training. It probably just depends on if the position, it's not even really a position, it's just kind of like, hey, so-and-so, you're working dairy tonight. So I don't know if I'll end up getting that training. It might be like, oh, somebody leaves and they need somebody new to take it over, so who knows. It might be in my future, it might not. But yes, we do like the chips and stuff like that you see when you first come in. So the chips and all of the like candy that's at the front, and then, you know, all of the aisles beyond that. Obviously, depending on what store you're at, it's not going to be exactly the same style or like exact layout that is in the store that I work at, but that's the store I work at. But yes, so you stock the shelves, you place everything onto the floor, count it out, and make sure that the work is divided evenly among all of the workers. Start putting stuff on the shelves, and then once you're done all of your aisles and you're ready to like finish everything off, you basically just go and you make sure that things are pulled to the front and it looks fully stocked, even if it isn't. So even if there are like 6 boxes of something, we generally have to put 3 across and stack 2 up. That's the bare minimum. For some things, you only can put like 2 things like right beside each other, and that's all that'll fit. And some things are just like not overly popular, so you can only fit like 1. But yeah, basically we just have to make sure that everything looks super pretty, labels are facing forward with the English side out specifically, all of that fun stuff. So if you ever go to a grocery store and it's like right at opening and you see that every single aisle, well, hopefully every single aisle, sometimes we don't get to it all, but just about every single aisle is made like that, so that like all of the product is pulled to the front, twisted so that the labels are showing. Please take a moment to appreciate our work before you destroy it. Because I'm fairly certain that some people walk into the store and they're like, that looks so nice. And then they just, boom, and they punch the displays. Or they just take an arm and, like, sweep it across the whole shelf and destroy everything that we just did. Because there are times where you go in at night and you're like, hey, I'm pretty sure I fixed that last night. And it's just ruined by the time you get back in the next night, so... That's my job. That's all I do every night. Well, almost every night. Like I said, I've been working full-time hours, which is 8-hour shifts, 5 days a week. And I've been doing that since I started, which I thought was really weird, I guess. I basically asked the manager at the time, like, who was training me, I was just kind of like, hey, like, what's it like to get hours? And he was like, yeah, with, like, part-time people, you usually get, like, 20 to 28 hours a week, probably, something around there. I was like, okay, well, you know, that's doable, that's something I could probably manage. And then he immediately came to me and was like, hey, do you want to work a 40-hour week next week? And I was like, sure. Like, I'm not going to turn down money, but also, like, what? You just told me that part-timers don't usually get that kind of scheduling, like, what? And then I just continued to get 40 hours a week for like 3 weeks straight. And then now all of a sudden I don't have 5 days of working 8 hours, and it's really weird to me. That's my job, that's what I do, that's my life update. So now, trans update, the thing that probably a lot of people are here for. Maybe not. A lot of you are probably just here to listen to me talk and say weird things and just speak about life and speak life's truths. Because I think that's mainly what I do best. I don't really do anything interesting on this channel. I basically just go, hey, you want to know this really weird thing that I did? Here's the story. And I tell it. That's it. Oh, also, if anyone knows what this bump is, it's called a ganglion. It's basically a cystic pouch in my wrist, and it's a thing that I've struggled with for a really long time. It was acting up a lot when I was playing the clarinet, because of just the way that I had to angle my wrist to hold my clarinet and to, like, play some of the notes that I had to play in band and all that. It used to make it, like, act up so badly, and I would have, like, a nice, like, sized bump, like, really noticeable. So I actually had to go to the hospital and get it drained because it's full of fluid. And it went away, and it was good. And then it kind of came back a little bit, and then it went away. And now I'm working, and it's kind of coming back again, and I'm really hoping it goes away, because right now I don't think I can afford to be like, hey, at work, I need to have surgery in my wrist, and I won't be able to lift anything for a while, so, like, I need time off. And they're probably just gonna be like, hey, you're on probation, so, like, no, you're not coming back. So I'm hoping that kind of resolves itself. Okay, but now we're not sidetracked anymore. This is now trans update. Hello, I'm here. I think what I'm going to do, because next month, technically, coming up very soon, is officially my 6 months on testosterone. And I think to celebrate 6 months on testosterone, I'm going to post something that I've been working on. And I'm going to warn you right now, it does involve me standing in front of a mirror, taking pictures to kind of show how my body is progressing as well as my voice. So it'll be like, here's what my voice sounds like at a certain month, and here's what my body looked like around the same time. So that I can kind of be like, hey, here's like a before and after, here's, you know, month 1 to month 2, all of that kind of stuff, and people can maybe see a bit of how I've progressed and how my body has changed, and if there are any significant changes, I can kind of talk about that. So I might save a bit of what I'm saying for that video, or I won't go too far into detail, but I will say now for sure, yes, there have been body changes just in the way that my body is shaped, and I think the best way to say it is where the fat is distributed in my body. So I haven't exactly noticed that. I haven't noticed a reduction of fat in any specific place in my body, which was then like added somewhere else. It's more like I've noticed more weight gain in certain areas than in others. And I've noticed the ways that my muscles have been changing. Again, I will go more into detail with that when I make a video kind of updating properly on my voice and my body changes, which is going to be something I will work on during my 4 days off next week, and I will get that up. I promise. This is, again, me working at 2 a.m. trying to get something out, so I can say, hello guys, I'm still here, I'm still alive, still doing my best. But also, for some people, you would notice that I've kind of got a jawline thing going on. My jaw is getting a bit more defined from certain profiles. It's not going to be perfect, and I know that, and I do still have a good amount of squishy baby face, and that's just a thing that I have, and it's might take a while for that to go away, if it's even going to go away. Who knows? That's something I'm still waiting to see. That's pretty cool. But you can see that I have like the shadowy bits here. Here. There you go. I got a little stash going on, and I am so happy about that. You have no idea. For people who follow me on social media, probably, I think it's just my Snapchat that I've been posting to, really. But the other night when I was awake at 3 a.m. or whatever, I made myself some food, and I had milk with what I was eating. You don't need to know what I was eating, okay? It's not important. But for the people who want to know, it was a Nutella sandwich. Literally 2 pieces of bread with a bunch of Nutella in the middle. And it's really good with, like, white milk, so that's what I had. But anyways, I was drinking my milk, and I felt something, like, right here on my lip. So I licked it off, and I was like, oh my god, milk just got stuck in my little tiny mustache. And I felt like I had just unlocked some sort of like mega achievement in the life of a transgender human being. I felt so accomplished and so proud of myself that I immediately drank more milk just so I could take a picture and post it to my Snapchat story, being like, oh my god, guys, look, there's milk stuck in my little mustache. I hope you guys can tell how happy that makes me, because it makes me so extremely happy. Like, that is, it's so cool to know that I have basically the beginnings of a mustache, and that's something that's happening. Like, it's so cool. Also, sort of side note about the same thing, I asked my best friend and I went and got not our noses pierced together. We went to the piercing place together, because they had a sale on basically for this whole week, where you could get any basic piercing for a cheaper price than they normally have it. It's not important. The point is they were having a sale, so we were both like, okay, cool, we're gonna go out as like a group. So I've 3 like really, really close friends that I hang out with all the time. You're about to hear my whole life story right here, just so I can explain something, and I'm so sorry. This is just how my brain works. If you ever get to know me in real life, you probably already know who I am based on these videos, but this is how I be. This is how my brain do, and yes, welcome. I have 3 really close friends that I hang out with all the time. One is like my sister from another mister. I've never said that in my life, and I never wish to say that again. Oh my god. Okay, take 2. Take. Rewind. My sister from another mister. I didn't say that. She's basically my sister, not by blood. We are not related, but she is basically my little sister. She has been there for me through a lot of the issues that I've gone through, and I've been there for her since basically the beginning. We met at the barn where I ride. We started almost around the exact same time at that facility, and we've been there together ever since. So I've spent lots and lots of my summers with her, going to the camps and being a counselor and just seeing her all the time. So she is one of my go-to people to invite to, like, festivals and stuff like that. If it's like, oh, we only have, like, one extra ticket, who are you gonna invite? I normally pick her because I love spending time with her. Don't get to see her enough. But yeah. So that's one of my friends. And then the other two are friends that I met through band at school, closest school friends that I have. I'm sorry to anyone else from school who watches this, but you already know for a fact, Cassie and Julia are my girls. We hang out all the time. Shout out to Cassie and Julia if you're watching this. Hi guys, love you. They're probably not gonna watch this, but that's fine. I know they support me in spirit. So anyways, Cassie and Julia are my two closest friends from band. So Cassie, Julia, and myself, we were all gonna go out to dinner today, and Julia wasn't going to go get a piercing. Thing. She's not gonna do it. She's not getting a piercing right now. So before I went out to dinner with Cassie and Julia, I picked up Cassie. We went to go get our piercings done together. So I got my nose and she got her helix, so like this one. So she got her hair done, I got my nose done, and then we went to go pick up Julia from work, and then we all went to dinner. Oh, okay, I got that all out. You're welcome, guys. I'm so glad I shared my entire life story with you. That's basically what this is. My entire channel is just my entire life story documented for everyone to see. So, hey guys, how are you doing? If you are mentioned in any of these videos, I apologize for anything I might say, and if it offends you, if you don't want me to say anything about you in these videos, please let me know, because I am all about consent in everything. So, I usually ask if I can say things like this in videos. Sometimes I have a falling out with somebody and I mention their name, and I am obviously not going to ask them if it's okay that I trash talked them in a video. So if you are watching this and I trash talked you, kind of sorry, probably not really, because if we had a falling out, then there was a reason for that. So I apologize for the falling out, whatever that may have been. Hi. I'm rambling at this point, and I'm so sorry. The main point of this story is that I got Cassie to take a picture of my nose so I could show my parents how it turned out, because my parents were kind of iffy about me getting my nose done. Well, my dad was fine with it, but my mom was kind of like, you know how I feel, I'm not sure if it's gonna work. So I got Cassie to take a picture of it, and she took a picture of my nose, but it was from a bit of a weird angle, so my head was kind of tilted downwards, so she got it from almost like shooting up at me, because she's a little bit shorter than me. So she was kind of like shooting up at me, so she got a bunch of my mustache in the picture, and the only thing my mom said to it had nothing to do with the piercing, was just, how manly. And that made my heart so happy. Like, I was so proud that in that picture, the most prominent thing wasn't even the fact that I got a new piercing, it was my mustache. That was such a good moment. And that's what that whole story was about. Again, I'm so sorry for rambling. That's just what this whole thing is. But I have a mustache, and I'm really happy about it. And that's, like, the boasting moment of my life right now. I have a mustache. It's small, but it's there, and I love it. I'm obviously tired. And that's what this video has progressed to. Me being tired and rambling about a lot of stupid things. So, this is probably going to be the end of this video. This has been a rambling and a talking to from Oliver about life experiences that have occurred since I last made a YouTube video. And also, in general, about transness. So please enjoy as I spew words from my mouth, and hopefully you enjoy them. That's what I'm here for. Oh, what's up, everyone? I'm Oliver. I spew words out of my mouth, and I hope people enjoy them sometimes. If you enjoy the sound of my voice, good on you, because sometimes I wonder why. with the words that come out of my mouth, I wonder why people are subscribed to me. But yeah, as always, thank you guys so much for always being so supportive and telling me, hey, it's cool that you're taking time, enjoy your time, be good to yourself, keep taking care of yourself. Like, that means a lot to me, that's what people are most worried about. Like, you're not worried about me taking time off, you're not worried about me not making videos, you're worried about me making sure that I'm taking care of myself. So that really means a lot, and thank you so much. So if this is one of, like, the first videos that you're seeing and you're new here, hi, I'm Oliver. You've probably already figured that out, but hey, this is basically what my channel is. Enjoy your stay, have fun, listening to me just talk a lot about everything that's happening in my life. But the thing I wanted to say about that is, if you haven't seen it and you don't understand why I say Ollie Ollie Oxenfree at the end of all of my videos, because I'm about to say it, it basically just means you're free to come out. However you are, you're free to come. However you are, just come. You're welcome in this environment, in this space, you are welcome, and I thank you all for being here, for taking the time out of your day to watch a stupid video that I made into an hour or so at the end of my day. It means a lot. So, thank you guys so much, and as I like to say at the end of all of my videos, Ollie Ollie Oxenfree. I don't know why I'm that